What's going on, y'all, and welcome back. Good morning to you, good afternoon, good evening. It's morning for me, but today I want to do something a little bit different. Rather than my normal talking head videos, I'd like to take you along for the day in the life of a UX designer. Now, as I mentioned, UX design is my main job. It is my primary source of income. And it's actually going to be a busy day today. Today's theme is research. I have some research interviews going on. I've done some designs and I just need to get some validation and feedback from some users. Now bear with me because this is a new format for me. I have not scripted anything, so I'm pretty much just going to be talking to you off the top of the dome. So might stutter, might stumble on my words, might repeat myself multiple times. So we're going to see how that goes. But with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and get up to the office and try to get my day started, my interview started in probably about another hour, hour and a half. And yeah, I'm gonna just go get myself situated. I got my coffee. I'm ready to be productive. So let's get it. All right. All right, so let me talk a little bit more about the research I'm doing today. Now, as I mentioned before, this is more validation type of research. I have previously done some designs. And I basically want to speak with some users today about the designs that I created and talk a little bit more about how they relate to their workflow. We actually did do preliminary interviews with users before design started, but that was more just trying to define the root problem and trying to get a basic level understanding of workflow as a way to create a starting point for the designs to happen. But now that we've done our first round of designs, we actually just want to talk to users in order to validate that, hey, did we solve the main problem? And then also look for any other type of auxiliary problems within their workflow that these designs can dive deeper into. And so just to let you all know, I am no type of research pro. You know, my main forte as a designer is actually like crafting the experiences, working with a problem, and coming up with the best solution in order to present to users. And so it's gonna be super fun for me to actually do these sessions because in my career, I've mainly worked hand in hand with researchers, with dedicated researchers, but I've never actually done, well, I take that back. There are a few times where I have done the research myself. So I'm excited to do this. I got some really good pointers and tips from my manager, and you know, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be very valuable, and I think it's really gonna help to inform the experience. We got a little bit of time before those sessions start, so I'm just gonna take time to get myself situated, enjoy my coffee, do my my morning scripture, all that good stuff, and yeah, I'll check back in with you. All right, so it is time for the first interview, and I have done my tech check. I have gotten myself all set up. I adjusted the beanie, and I am ready to go. Let's see how it goes. All right, so I think that went really, really well. I think we got a lot of valuable feedback, a lot of good insight as to our author's process, and it was awesome. It's a little nervous during the session, I'm not gonna lie, but something clicked where I just like, okay, you know, just kind of take it easy, make sure that I'm taking my time and asking the right questions. We went a little over time. You know, I don't think I managed the time really well. You know, I think we spent a little bit too much time in the first half of the interview, but you know, I think we still got valuable information, and sharing the designs, we got a good reception and some good feedback on how we can tweak it and make it better. So I thought that was really good, really valuable. And yeah, I need to organize my notes from this session. I'm putting together a what we call postcards in order to kind of capture the essence of what this particular user was saying. And that way I can share it out to my overall design team and then also with my cross-functional partners. So yeah, that should be good, and I'm excited for the next session. So the next session isn't until after lunch. So I got some time to get these notes down, prepare. I also have other meetings too, but those are other topics, but I'm gonna try to fit in like these, note synthesis and all that stuff in between my other meetings. So we'll see how that goes. I'll check in with y'all later. All right, so first round of interview notes synthesized. I had some additional meetings that I attended. One was a design org huddle where they were just kind of giving us new information on what's going on in our design org. It's always cool to see, what's happening across the company. And the second one was a collaboration session with some of my design colleagues. Super useful. I think we're working on very similar tracks of work or work that kind of affects one another's work. So very interesting to share ideas, share experiences, and just to talk about the work and see what everyone's working on. It is lunchtime, so I'm about to go get me some lunch. I'm actually not that hungry. I might just do a smoothie, but gonna do some lunch and might take a walk. It's a pretty nice day outside. So one thing I want to talk about in this whole research thing is the idea of getting out of your comfort zone. Like I mentioned earlier that, research isn't really my forte. It's not something I've done a lot on my own, but I am willing to learn and willing to get out of my comfort zone a little bit, do the research interviews myself, and really speak with users and understand, what are some of their pain points, and then understand how do the designs that I present to them fit within their workflow. And I think, doing things like that really helps you to get quicker insights as far as talking directly to users, customers, anyone that's going to be using your interface. So I think this was a great opportunity. I felt a little nervous about it because it's not something that I typically do, so I don't really have that muscle memory to it. But I think with that first interview, I think it went really well. That kind of gives me confidence going into the second and third interview, and then even the interviews that we have later this week. So I think it'll be good. I'm super excited to just kind of get all the insights together and really help to inform the design and know that, I'm moving in the right direction. But yeah, I just want to pose that to y'all. There may be certain things within your UX job where, it might not necessarily be your wheelhouse, but, get out of your comfort zone a little bit, try it out. You don't have to be great at it. I think everyone will understand that. But at the very least, you pick up a new skill, or you decide, okay, maybe I'm not the strongest in that. Maybe I have a teammate who's a little bit stronger that I can partner with, or, maybe it's a skill you need to work on. Okay. Ready to finish up strong. So these last two interviews are actually going to be back to back. So I'm going to go ahead and get through with those, and then I will be back to give final thoughts and to close it out. And we're back. Both those last sessions went really well. Got a lot of really interesting feedback and some conflicting feedback, which is always good because I think hearing the same things from multiple people, could take you in yes, that's a good outcome, but hearing conflicting opinions, conflicting feedback, that's also good because it gives us extra things to think about. So we know that some users use the experience one way and other users use the experience another way. I think that's super valuable to hear because I want to make sure that I'm accommodating as many people who will use this experience as possible. But those are kind of my final thoughts. My next steps are to essentially synthesize all of my interview notes and make sure that I fully capture what both participants were saying, and to kind of create some postcards in order to share out to my larger team, both my design team and my stakeholders. I think just sharing this information will be useful for them, and we can all just kind of reconvene and decide on how to progress forward in the designs and implementation. So yeah, I think this was good. How did you like this format? This kind of vlog style, every day in the life type of format. This is my first time really doing this. I hope it worked out well for you. I hope I provided some value for you. But yeah, go ahead and drop some comments down below. Let me know how you like this. Is this something you want me to continue? Is it another thing I should try? And yeah, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and like this video, and I will catch you all later.